Hey guys, hi, welcome back. So in the previous sessions we covered how to solve the linear equations by different methods. So we have seen algebraic method and we have seen graphical method. So under algebraic methods again we have substitution method, elimination method and cross multiplication method. And we have also seen the graphical method, how do we find the solutions using the graphical methods. And we also discussed some things related to how do we identify the types of lines, just by comparing their coefficients. So that means a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2. So just comparing their coefficients, pair of linear equations coefficients, so we can tell what type of lines they form on the graph, whether they are intersecting or coincident or parallel lines. So these are all things we learned in the previous class. So today we will learn the very important topic, that is equations reducible to pair of linear equations in two variables. So what does it mean by equations reducible to pair of linear equations? So what's our general form of a linear equation? It must be of the type ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, right? So but if some equation is given in terms of x and y but it's not of this form, then how do we reduce that form to ax plus by plus c is equals to 0? So here let me consider one example question and we will solve that. Okay, so just through example I will explain how do we reduce the pair of linear equations in two variables. Okay, so here let me consider this example: 2 by x plus 3 by y is equals to 13 and 5 by x minus 4 by y is equals to minus 2. So here it is in terms of x and y, but it's not in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So for that what we have to do is we should convert this to ax plus by plus c is equals to 0 form, right? So how do we do that? First let us consider here. I can write it as here let me consider 1 by x is equals to some m. Before that let me write some. Consider 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by y is equals to n. Okay, so I am considering 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by y is equals to n. So in that case I can write these equations as 2 into 1 by x, right? So 2 into 1 by x I can write, plus 3 into 1 by y I can write. So that is equals to 13, right? So then the second equation I can write it as 5 into 1 by x. So that is 5 by x again, minus 4 into 1 by y. So that is equals to minus 2. So we already assumed 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by y is equals to n. So let us substitute these values here. So then it is 2. In place of 1 by x I can substitute m, right? 2m plus 3n is equals to 13. So and this one 5m minus 4n is equals to minus 2. So these are the two equations. Now they are in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0, right? So now I can solve these values, I can get the m and n values and I will substitute here to get the x value. So that's the overall idea. Okay, so let us solve these two equations now. Let it be equation number 1, let it be equation number 2. So you can solve these two linear equations in any of the methods, right? So for that let me do it by elimination method. For that I have to make any of their coefficients must be equal, either m coefficient or n coefficient. So let me make m coefficient same. So for that, for the first equation you should multiply with the coefficient of second equation, m coefficient of second equation into 5, and this one I should multiply with the coefficient of the first equation in m to 2, right? So into 2 into 5, right? So then these equations will become, let me write here, so these equations will become 5 into 2m, that is 10m plus 15n is equals to 13. Okay, and then here 10m minus 8n is equals to minus 4. Okay, so then minus plus, if I subtract the signs will change, right? So now 10m, 10m gets cancelled, plus 10m minus 10m gets cancelled, and here 15 plus 8, so that is 23n is equals to 17, right? So 13 plus 4, 17. So therefore n is equals to 17 by 23. So now I got the value of n. So I can easily find the value of m, right? How do I find the value of m? So substitute that any of the equation. So 2m plus 3n is equals to 13. So consider this equation, and 2m plus 3 into, so shall I write 17 by 23 in place of n, right? So that is equals to 13, right? So now 2m plus, this will be 17 into 3, 51 by, so let me send it to that side, 13 minus 51 by 23. Okay, so then that is equals to 2m is equals to, take the LCM, 23 is the LCM, so it will be, it goes 23 times, so 23 into 13, so 23 into 13, 3 3s are 9, 6, and then 3, 2, right? So 9, 9, 2, so it's 299, 299 minus, it goes one time, minus 51, so 299 minus 51, so that is equals to, so its value will be somewhere around, so 249 and 248 by 23. So this will be equals to, m is equals to 248 by 23 into 2. If I send this 2 to that side, 23 into 2 will be 46, right? So 2 3s are, 23s are, and then here 2 1s are, 2 2s are, 2 4s are, right? So that is 124 by 23. So now we got m value and we got n value. So now the first equation becomes, let me write here. So it is 10m, 5 into 2, 10m plus 15n. So that is equals to 13 into 5. So that is equals to 65. And then here it is 10m minus 8n, that is equals to minus 4. Right? So if I subtract these two, like signs will change, right? So these two will get cancelled, and this is 13n is equals to 65 plus 4, that is 69. So 13n is equals to 69, and then n is equals to, from here 69 by 13, that is equals to 3. So now I got the n value as 3. I can easily find the m value. How? Let's consider first equation and substitute the n value over there to get the m value. So consider 2m plus 3n is equals to 13. So from here 2 into m plus 3 into n place, in n place I am substituting 3. So 2m is equals to 9. If I send it to that side, it will be 13 minus 9, 4. So from here m is equals to 4 by 2, that is equals to 2. So therefore I got n is equals to 3 and I got m is equals to 2. So but what we required, we have to find x and y values. So what we assumed here, 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by y is equals to n. So from here therefore 1 by x is equals to m, right? 1 by x is equals to m. So what is 1 by x from here? 1 by x is equals to, in place of m I can substitute 2, right? So therefore x will be equals to 1 by 2. So just send it to that side and bring x to that side. Okay. Similarly 1 by y is equals to n, right? So then 1 by y is equals to, in place of n I can substitute 3. So from here y is equals to 1 by 3. So therefore x is equals to 1 by 2 and y is equals to 1 by 3 are the values, right? So this is how we find the we reduce the equations to the pair of linear equations in two variables. So the equation is given in terms of x and y, but it is not in the form of ax plus by plus c is equals to 0. So we have to convert it to this form and then we should solve and we should substitute those values again. Let us solve one more problem here. So it is given as 5 by x minus 1 plus 1 by y minus 2 is equals to 2 and 6 by x minus 1 minus 3 by y minus 2 is equals to 1. So first what we have to do is check what is common in both the equations. Like here 1 by x minus 1 is there and here 1 by x minus 1 is there. See here 1 by y minus 2 is there, here 1 by y minus 2 is there, right? So here x minus 1, 1 by x minus 1 and 1 by y minus 2, I have to assume m and n. So how do we write? First change the equations. How do we write? 5 into 1 by x minus 1, I can write this one, plus it is directly 1 by y minus 2 is equals to 2, right? So and this one 6 into, shall I write 1 by x minus 1, 6 into 1 by x minus 1 minus 3 into 1 by y minus 2, that is equals to 1. So now let m is equals to 1 by x minus 1, which is common in both, right, and y is equals to 1 by y minus 2. So in that case it will be, I can write the equations as 5m, in place of 1 by x minus 1 I can write m, plus here directly I can write n, this is n is equals to 1 by y minus 2. So n is equals to 2, and the second equation will become 6, 1 by x minus 1 is m minus 3 into 1 by y minus 2. What is 1 by y minus 2? N. So that is equals to 1. So these are the two equations given. So 5m plus n is equals to 2 and 6m minus 3n is equals to 1. I have to solve these two equations now. So let me do it by elimination method. So for that I would like to make here, instead of making m, I will make y coefficient same. It's easy, right? Because just I have to multiply the above equation with 3 so that it will become 3n, right? So let's do that. Let me write those equations here. So the first equation will become 5 into 3m, that is 15m plus 3n is equals to 3 into 2, 6. And second equation let's write as it is. So that is 6m minus 3n is equals to 1, right? So now solve these two equations. So just add them so that these two will get cancelled, plus 3n minus 3n will get cancelled. This is 21m is equals to 6 plus 1, that is 7. So from here 21m is equals to 7 and m is equals to 7 by 21, that is 1 by 3, because 7 ones are 7 threes are, right? So 7 by 21 is 1 by 3. We got the value of m. Now how do you find the n value? Substitute this m in any of the equations. So consider next equation, consider the simple equation. So let me consider the first one itself. 5m plus n is equals to 2. So and substitute the m value. 5 into 1 by 3 plus n is equals to 2. Right? So from here I can write 5 by 3 plus n is equals to 2 and n is equals to 2 minus 5 by 3, right? So that is equals to, n is equals to 3 is the LCM, it goes 3 times, 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 5, that is equals to 1 by 3. So now we got, 1 by 3, yeah. So n is equals to 1 by 3 and m is also equals to, so we got m is equals to 1 by 3 and n is also equals to 1 by 3. So but what we have to find? We have to find x and y values, right? How do we find the x and y values? So now we got the m value and n value. So just substitute that m value here and n value here, so to get the x value and y value. So let us do that here. Now, so let me erase this part. So already we got n and m right here. So let me substitute directly here. So let me write that part here. M is equals to 1 by x minus 1, right? So what is m? M is equals to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by x minus 1. Then do cross multiplication. 3 is equals to x minus 1. If I do the cross multiplication, x minus 1 is equals to 3. So then x is equals to 3 plus 1, that is equals to 4. Therefore x is equals to 4, right? So I substituted, that's it. I got the m value and I substituted that m value here. I have found the x value. So now next I have to get the y value, sorry, n value. So n is equals to 1 by y minus 2. So what is n we got? N is also equals to 1 by 3. 1 by 3 is equals to 1 by y minus 2. Again do the cross multiplication. Y minus 2 is equals to 3. Then y is equals to 3 plus 2. Therefore y is equals to 5. That's it. So we got the x and y values. So just we have to search for the common part and assume that common part as some m and the other common part as n, and get the linear equation, solve for m and n, and again substitute that m and n in the assumed equations. Now let us solve some word problems on the same concept, that is equations reducible to pair of linear equations in two variables. So here the given example 3 was, a boat goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream in 10 hours, and in 13 hours it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 kilometers downstream. So determine the speed of the stream and determine the speed of the boat in still water. So this type of questions are very important. If you guys can understand the question well, right, if you can interpret the question well, you can easily solve it, right? So just let me explain how do we consider the situations here. Here they said a boat goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream. So a boat is there and it's going 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream, okay, in a stream, okay, and in 13 hours it can go 40 kilometers upstream and 55 kilometers downstream, okay. So here they asked, what they asked to find speed of the stream and speed of the boat in still water. So let them be some x and y, okay. First let speed of the boat in still water, speed of the boat in still water x kilometers per hour, let it be, okay, and let speed of the stream, let the speed of the stream be y kilometers per hour. So there are two cases, one is upstream and downstream. So what happens to the speeds when it goes upstream, like when it travels upstream? So upstream in that sense, so the boat has to, stream is in this way and boat is going against this stream's flow, right? So that means it has to overcome the speed of the stream, right? So understanding, so just upstream in the sense, let's suppose if stream is flowing this way, right? So boat has to come this way. So that means in that case, so boat has to overcome this stream's speed, right? So therefore, shall I say speed in upstream will be equals to, speed in upstream will be equals to x minus y, because x is the speed of the boat, so it must be greater, and y is the speed of the stream, right? So x should overcome y. So for that x minus y kilometer per hour, it is in the upstream, right? Understood the situation? So boat has to overcome the speed of the stream, so then only it can move forward. So for that we are taking boat speed minus stream speed. So that is the speed in the upstream, right? So now what happens in the speed in the downstream? Speed in downstream will be equals to, so stream is in this way and boat is also going in this way. So stream is flowing in this way and boat is also going in this way. So what happens? So the speed of the boat plus speed of the stream will add up. These two speeds will add up. So in that case I can write x plus y kilometer per hour, right? So x plus y kilometers per hour. So if you guys can understand this topic, you can easily solve this question. So now consider there are two cases. A boat goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream in 10 hours. And 13, this is the first case. Let's write case 1 and here case 2. Okay. So in the first case, they said time is equals to 10 hours. Right. So time is equals to 10 hours. So what's the upstream distance? Upstream distance is Upstream distance is 30 kilometers, right? And downstream distance, that is equals to 44 kilometers. So upstream distance is 30 kilometers and downstream distance is 40 kilometers. So let me do case 2 over there, because place is not sufficient here. I'll write over here. Okay. So then now we know that distance is speed is equals to distance by time, right? Speed is equals to distance by time, right? Yes. So now the total time took was t. So t is equals to, shall I say, distance in upstream. What's the formula for t? T is equals to distance by speed. Right. So t is equals to distance by speed. So we have upstream distance and downstream distance. So now how do you consider this one? So t is equals to, shall I say, 30 is the upstream by speed. What is the upstream speed? Upstream speed was x minus y. So distance by speed plus downstream. Downstream distance was 44 by downstream speed was x plus y. Let it be equation number 1. Understood what we did here? So we just found how do we write the equations in terms of time, because they said in the total time it goes upstream and it goes downstream. So in 10 hours it goes 30 kilometers upstream and 44 kilometers downstream. So for that, distance by speed, in upstream distance is 30 and speed is x minus y, right? And in downstream 44 kilometers is the distance and x plus y is the speed, right? So t is equals to this plus this. Similarly, in the case 2, consider case 2. So this is easy now, you can easily do, right? So what's the total time given? T is equals to 13 hours, they said, right? So now what's the upstream distance? 40 kilometers. Upstream distance is equals to 40 kilometers and downstream distance, is equals to 55 kilometers. Again, time is equals to here, time is equals to the same formula, distance by speed. So distance, again we have upstream distance and downstream distance. So t is equals to, in the upstream it is 40 kilometers by speed in the upstream is x minus y. So 40 by x minus y plus next 55 kilometers in the downstream. So 55 by downstream speed was x plus y. Understood? So it is t is equals to 40 by x minus y plus 55 by x plus y is our second equation. So what is t? Substitute t value. 13 is equals to 40 by x minus y plus 55 by x plus y. So these are the equations we got. This is the first equation and this is the second equation. So now let us solve these equations. Like these are equations reducible to pair of linear equations. We have to reduce these equations to now pair of linear equations to get the x and y values. So these are the two equations we obtained, right? So now we have to do the normal procedure like we did it in the earlier problems, right? So let here, what's the common? First here 1 by x minus y, 1 by x minus y. Here 1 by x plus y, 1 by x plus y. So let 1 by x minus y is equals to m and 1 by x plus y is equals to n. So then substitute. So first write it, 30 into 1 by x minus y plus 44 into 1 by x plus y that is equals to 10, and second equation will become, this is the first equation I wrote, so and second equation will become 40 into 1 by x minus y plus 55 into 1 by x plus y, that is equals to 13, right. So now if I substitute in place of 1 by x minus y m, this equation will become 30m plus 44 1n, 44n is equals to 10. This is the first equation, and second equation will become 40m plus 55n is equals to 13, right. These are the two equations we got. Now we have to solve these two equations by any of the methods. So for that, like how do we make the equation same here, like any of the coefficients same? It becomes very large equation. So let me go by substitution method. Can we simplify them further? So let's simplify. The first equation if I take, so let me write here 30m plus 44n is equals to 10, right. So let me take 2 common from both sides. So it will be 15m plus 22n is equals to 2 into 5. 2 will get cancelled. The first equation will become 15m plus 22n is equals to 5. So we can't reduce it further. And second equation also I can't take anything common there. So just write like that. So 40m plus 55n is equals to 13. So now I should make any of the coefficients equal, either m coefficient or n coefficient equal. So how do I make that? Okay, so here let me multiply this with 40 and this with 15. So this equation I am multiplying with the coefficient of m, and second equation I am multiplying with the coefficient of m here. Okay, so now 15 into 4, that is 60, 600m plus 88, 880n plus 200, right. So then this will be 15 into 4, 600m plus 55 into 15, so that is 55, 75, 75 and again 82, so that is 825n, so that is equals to 15 into 13, so 13 5s are 65, 13 6 19, so that is 195. So these are the two values, two equations we got, right. So now subtract one from the another, so these two will get cancelled. 880 minus 825, so that is 55n, right. So 55n is equals to 5, then n is equals to 5 by 55, that is equals to 1 by 11. So we got n as 1 by 11. Now what will be the m value? How do I find the m value? I can substitute it in the any of the equation. Let's consider this equation, that is 15m plus 22n is equals to 5. So from here I can write 15m plus 22 into 1 by 11. In place of n I substituted 1 by 11 is equals to 5. So from here 11 ones are, 11 twos are, so 15m is equals to 5 minus 2, that is 3, then m is equals to 3 by 15, right. So that is 1 by 5. 1 by 5 is n value, m value, therefore m is equals to 1 by 5 and n is equals to 1 by 11 we got. So now how do we get the different, we should get x and y values, right. So for that what I am doing is, let me substitute that m and n in these equations. Here we assumed, so what we assumed? We assumed 1 by x is equals to m, right. So then 1 by x minus y is equals to, in place of m I can substitute 1 by 5, and similarly 1 by x plus y is equals to, in place of n I can substitute 1 by 11. Okay, so then it becomes, let us solve these two equations. So do cross multiplication here, then 5 is equals to x minus y, right. So x minus y is equals to 5, let it be. and then here x plus y is equals to 11 if I do cross multiplication. So again solve these two equations because we need to get the x and y values. Again we have got x minus y is equals to 5 and x plus y is equals to 11. So solve these two equations. So if I add up these two equations, plus y minus 5 will get cancelled. 2x is equals to 16. X is equals to 16 by 2, that is 8. So therefore I got x value as 8. So now what will be the y value? What will be the y value? X minus y is equals to 5, right? So from here x is 8, 8 minus y is equals to 5, right? So from here minus y is equals to minus 3, that is therefore y is equals to 3. So what are x and y now? So x is the, we assume, speed of the boat in still water, right? So therefore speed of the boat in still water is 8 kilometers per hour. Therefore speed of the boat in still water is 3 kilometer, right? So that is x is 8 kilometers per hour, and speed of the stream is, so what is the speed of the stream? So speed of the stream is y value we got it as 3 kilometers per hour, right? So that is how we find the values of x and y. So just the basic thing is how do you get the equation is very important. If you get the equation, solving is very easy. So here the next example given was 8 men and 12 boys can finish a piece of work in 10 days while 6 men and 8 boys can finish it in 14 days. Find the time taken by the one man alone and that of the one boy alone. Okay, fine. So here the given information was 8 men and 12 boys can finish a piece of work in 10 days and 6 men and 8 days can finish it in 14 days. So they are asking what's the time taken by one man alone or time taken by one boy alone to finish the work. So first whatever they asked you to find, let them be x and y. So let the time taken by one man alone to finish the work be x days. Okay, so let's suppose it is x days. A man can finish the work in one day, x days. So and let the time taken by boy alone be y days. Okay, so boy takes, let's suppose, y days and a man takes x days. So now what's the work done by one man in one day? So this is a total work done by one man in x days, right? So then work done by, shall I say work done by one man in one day. So in total x days he can do some total work, right? So in one day he can do one of the total work, right? So total work is x days. So in one day 1 by x, right? So similarly work done by boy in one day, so that will be equals to, so total he takes y days, so in one day he can do 1 by y work, right? So and they said here 8 men and 12 boys can finish a piece of work in 10 days, right? So if this is the work done by one man in one day, so then what is the work done by 8 men? Therefore work done by 8 men is equals to work done by one man is 1 by x. So work done by 8 men in one day, so that is nothing but 8 into 1 by x, that is equals to 8 by x, right? So in the first case, getting, so and here 12 boys, work done by 12 boys in one day. So one boy in one day is 1 by y days, So 12 boys will be 12 into 1 by y, right? So 12 into 1 by y is 12 by y days, right? So they can finish the work in 10 days, they said. So that means it takes them to finish the work in 10 days. So that means 10 into, so combination of their both 8 by x plus 12 by y. So they will finish the work. So total finishing the work, that is equals to 1, right? So in that case the equation will become 8 by x plus 12 by y is equals to 1 by 10. Understood? Just first we found what's the time work done by one man in one day is 1 by x. Work done by boy in one day. So just one boy in one day is 1 by y. So then 8 men will be 8 into 1 by x, 8 by x. Then 12 boys will be 12 into 1 by y, that is 12 by y. So they takes 10 days. They together takes 10 days, they said, right? So 8 men and 12 boys, they together takes 10 days. So it takes 10 days for them to finish the work. So then I sent it to that side. This 10 I sent it to that side. So 8 by x plus 12 by y is equals to 1 by 10. So this is the equation we got from first one, first condition, first statement. So now consider the second statement. So 6 men can finish the work, case 2, let's suppose, let it be case 2. Here it is case 1. So we got the equation 1. So case 2, here they said 6 men, same work done by one, so work done by one man in one day is 1 by x. So then work done by 6 men will be, work done by 6 men will be equals to 6 into 1 by x, right? 6 into 1 by x, that is equals to 6 by x. So work done by 8 boys. So 8 boys will be equals to 8 into 1 by y. So that is 8 by y, right? So 6 into 1 by x is equals to 6 by x. 8 into 1 by y is equals to 8 by y. So and they can finish it in 14 days. So right. So they can finish the work in 14 days. 14 into, they together can finish 6 by x plus 8 by y is equals to 1. They can finish the work. So that is equals to, we got 6 by x plus 8 by y is equals to 1 by 14. So this is the second equation we got. So this is the first equation and this is the second equation. So just we have to solve these two equations. How do we solve these two equations? Like we already learned, how do we solve the equations reducible to pair of linear equations, right? So first let us write those two equations at one place. Let me write those two equations here. So that is 8 by x plus 12 by y is equals to 1 by 10, and 6 by x plus 8 by y is equals to 1 by 14. So what is common in these two? So I can write this equation as 8 into 1 by x plus 12 into 1 by y, right? So same thing as we did earlier. So that's why I am going fast, just try to understand. 6 into 1 by x plus 8 into 1 by y. So that is equals to 1 by 14, right? So now let what is common in these two, here 1 by x is common and here 1 by y is common, right? So let 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by y is equals to n. The equations will become now 8m plus 12n is equals to 1 by 10. 8m plus 12n is equals to 1 by 10, and similarly 6m plus 8n is equals to 1 by 14. So if I do the cross multiplication, or I can directly go for simplifying the equation. How do I simplify the equation? Let me take some 2 common here, or 4 common in the first equation. If I take 4 common, it will be 2m plus 3n, that is equals to 1 by 10. So if I send this 4 also to that side, it will become 4 into, so that is 1 by 40. So this is the first equation now, and here what I can take common, 2 I can take common, right? So if I take 2 common, it will be 3m plus 4n is equals to, I am sending that 2 to that side, 1 by 28. So these are the two linear equations we got. So now we have to solve these two equations by any of the method. So let me choose again the elimination method to solve these two equations. So let me write these two equations here first. 2m plus 3n is equals to 1 by 40, and similarly 3m plus 4n is equals to 1 by 28, right? So let me make m coefficient same. For that I am multiplying it with 3 and I am multiplying it with 2. Okay. So then it will become 6m plus 9n is equals to 3 by 40, right? And here it is 6m plus 8n is equals to 2 by 28. 2 by 28. So if I do subtraction here, signs will change. Plus 6m minus 6m will get cancelled, and 9m minus 8n is n, 1n, that is n. So that is equals to 3 by 40 minus, I can write it as 1 by 14. So 3 by n is equals to 3 by 40 minus 1 by 14. So take the LCM. So 40 and 14. So what's the LCM? So 2 20s are and 2 7s are, right? So 2 into 20, 40, 40 into 7, 280. So 280, it goes how many times? So it goes 7 times, right? So 7 into 3, 21, minus it goes how many times? It goes 20 times, right? So that is 1 by 280. Therefore we got n is equals to 1 by 280. Okay, so now how do you get the m value? I got the n value as 1 by 280. So to get the m value, you can substitute that it in the any of the equations. So let me take the simple equation, that is first one, 2m plus 3n is equals to 1 by 40, right? So now from here 2 into m plus 3 into, in place of n I am substituting 280 is equals to 1 by 40. So that is equals to 2m is equals to 1 by 40 minus 3 by 280. So here I am taking 2 by 380. I sent it to that side. So what's the LCM of 40 and 280? So it goes 40 times, 1 and 7 times, right? So 280 is the LCM again. So 280, it goes 7 times. 7 minus 3, that is 4 by 280. 4 1s are 4 7s are, so 70. 1 by 70 is m value, sorry, 2m value. So 2m is equals to 1 by 70. From here m is equals to 1 by, if it 2 comes this side, 1 by 140. So just these are the calculations I am doing. So let me write m and n values here now. What's the n value we got and what's the m value we got, right? Yes, so that is equals to m is equals to 1 by 140 and n is equals to 1 by 280. So what we assumed? We assumed 1 by x is equals to m and 1 by n is equals to n. Right, so these are the two equations we assumed at the start of our solving the equation, right? So now 1 by x is equals to, what is m? In place of m I can substitute 1 by 140, right? So then if I do the cross multiplication, x is equals to 140. Similarly here 1 by y is equals to 1 by 280. So y is equals to 280. So what is x and y now? So x is the time taken by one man alone to finish the work, right? So therefore this is x is 140 days and y is 240 days, right? So therefore the time taken by one man alone to finish the work is 140 days. So that means it takes 140 days for one man to finish the whole work, and the time taken by one boy alone to finish the work, to finish the work is how many days? 280 days. So for the boy it takes 280 days. So understood? Just it is as simple as it is. First form the equation and solve that equation by, we know the process, right? Equation reducible to pair of linear equations in two variables. Thank you guys.
I thank Edways who are trying to give broad information for the students who wanted to do medicine program in abroad, and for more information please subscribe Edways.
I would like to congratulate Mr. Karnakar to start such an initiative which will be available for all the students on YouTube.
Thanks to Edways and please subscribe the channel.
ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ చాలా మందికి రీచ్ అవ్వాలి, ఈ అడ్వైస్ ఛానల్లో వచ్చే కార్యక్రమాలు చాలా మంది విద్యార్థులకు రీచ్ అవ్వాలి అంటే సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు అడ్వైస్.
హాయ్ అండి, నేను డాక్టర్ రామ్. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ EDWays ఛానల్. సబ్స్క్రైబ్ టు EDWays.
Thanks to Edways channel. Please subscribe Edways channel.
Hello guys, like for successful journey of your studies platform destination, so please follow and subscribe to edways.in.
Thanks to Edways. Please subscribe Edways.
All the best for the Edways and please subscribe the channel.
And please subscribe to Edways YouTube channel.
Thanks to Edways for giving me an opportunity to subscribe for Edways.
Please subscribe to Edways YouTube channel.